So you pretty much tell me when you're ready to move to the next topic.
Okay.
I'm done with this bullshit.
I've checked out. You're listening to Chicagoland's finest podcast, featuring the Gorehound,
Well, because I'm bringing us in.
Jen,
I mean, it's horrifying because,
Cousin Charles, and Nick. I know. I thought I was going to screw it up again. It's time for the all-new Culture Cast, starting now. I'm Nick.
I'm the Gorehound.
And this is the all-new Culture Cast, back again with another edition. Today, we were supposed to do a different topic, but the person who came up with the topic, Cousin Charles, had to bail on us after we already agreed to push back the start time of our recording.
But we're staying focused.
Yeah.
We want to put out a good episode, and so we're putting it off.
That won't happen.
I don't know. I've got a lot of strong thoughts on it, and it's pretty inevitable that it's going to come out because.
Okay, so we'll eventually get to that topic. Should we start what the topic was, and then, or should we just leave our listeners in suspense?
It's going to come out. Theoretically, the next episode that we will be coming out with is going to be a Thorology, the 3 Thor movies. But
yeah. A Thorology? Thor?
I think Thorology.
Because that seems like you're studying Thor, like
right.
The study of Thor.
I guess that
we could. It's a Thorology of the.
But a Thorilogy.
Thorilogy
is I don't know. It's a potato.
Yeah. We'll table this topic or this discussion until we get to the Thor trilogy episode, whenever that will be. So that's what we were supposed to do this week, but yeah, we no dice. So instead, we're kind of doing a random inside baseball type of episode where we're just going to talk about a bunch of random things, and you're going to listen to it, people.
Exactly.
So,
but I would like to start us off first. Is
that
all right?
Yeah. No, I was going to say, start us off, my friend.
All right. So I've been absent with Man Crush the past few episodes.
You have, and that's been.
Well, I'm going to repeat myself. I take this seriously. Okay. This week, Man Crush is Terry Crews.
Man Crush.
I like.
I've been
choice.
watching a lot of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Mm-hmm.
Because there were headlines about it, whether it was getting canceled or renewed, and I was like, it looks okay. I'm a big fan of the Rashida Jones one.
Parks and Rec?
No, her cop. Funny cop thing.
I don't know what it's called, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that one.
Angie Tribeca.
Angie Tribeca, yes. I'm a big fan of that. And I was like, I think partially because I like Rashida Jones, and so that's what really got me hooked into it. And I was like, I don't know, Brooklyn Nine-Nine seems a bit more serious, and I was like, I kind of like the stupidity of Angie Tribeca. But Brooklyn Nine-Nine really caught my attention because it's there's actually a story here, kind of like The Office and Parks and Rec.
It's made by all the same people.
Right, and so you can actually follow it. And yeah, I've been really digging it, and it's just some of the things that Terry Crews does. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's great. Go ahead.
I was going to say, the Kiwi and I are big fans, the Kiwi especially, of that show. We should do a, before it comes back on NBC next year, we should do a Brooklyn Nine-Nine episode.
Definitely. Where are you at in the seasons?
Oh, we're all caught up. We've been watching it since
there are 5 seasons.
Yeah.
And I'm a big binger where I'm like, all right, let's get through these. And they are not coming through very fast because season 1 is 20 episodes. I'm like, shit.
Yeah, they reached about 100 episodes so far. I know they're all on Hulu, so I don't know if that helps.
That's how we're watching it.
But yeah, well, I mean, Brooklyn Nine-Nine isn't due to come back until early 2019, I think.
So the headlines was that it was canceled, but then they like immediately renewed it, right?
Yeah, it's a similar situation to that Last Man Standing show starring Tim Allen, in
Mm,
that the Fox network, which aired Brooklyn Nine-Nine, didn't really have um, a spot for it. Like, the show was well received, but it did so in the ratings, and so they decided to can it. But Fox doesn't actually own the show. NBC Universal owns the show, and they leased it out to Fox so it airs on their network, which for Fox is good because they don't need to cover a lot of production costs,
mm.
and they can reap a lot of the benefits. So NBC picking it up is really easy for them to do because they already own the show. So they could easily say, all right, it's going to be on our network now, and the only thing they'd have to do is make sure all the contracts are in place, and make sure that uh, they have a spot for it. In this case, mid-season, because NBC wasn't planning on picking it up because they had their fall shows all set up. But
Mm.
inevitably, some of those shows are going to get canceled, and Brooklyn Nine-Nine will take its place.
Gotcha.
Same thing with Last Man Standing.
Have you watched that show?
I've seen clips of it here and there. To quote the Kiwi, it's like Home Improvement, but with girls instead of boys.
Okay.
Um,
I haven't seen any bit of it, and I'm curious how it is compared to Home Improvement.
it's pretty much the same thing,
Okay.
in a lot of respects.
It's a Tim Allen thing.
Yeah. I mean, Tim Allen is basically playing himself.
Yeah.
But in like Brooklyn, Last Man Standing was owned by 20th Century Fox, but it was aired on ABC, and ABC didn't renew it, mostly because of cost reasons. Fox is able to put it on their network with fairly ease because they own the show. So,
How do you know all of this?
because I know TV production, that stuff
Huh.
has interested me for 20 years now.
So that's just an inherent knowledge that you know. Well, are you reading this through like headlines?
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
I've researched it. It's not like I automatically knew
yeah, gotcha.
this stuff. I mean, I would like that.
Do you have an inherent interest? Is what I was getting at.
Yeah. Television production fascinates me.
Yeah. Interesting.
So
But yeah, so that yeah,
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews, nice job. Let's keep this game rolling.
All right. Well, so we're going to talk about random stuff, and I guess I got a couple things to chat about, I suppose. But Gorehound has, I guess, 2.5 post-it notes worth of stuff.
I
So,
do that. I garnered within 10 minutes of the call.
so I guess let's. What's first on your list here, my friend?
So first thing that I wanted to, well, first it was Terry Crews. I was like, let's get that out. But the other one that I think has been the most interesting to me is this podcast called Two Less Lonely Girls.
Okay.
And I'm going to assume, based off of former knowledge, that you have never heard of this. Okay. So this
I
is
don't. I don't even listen to our podcast. You think
I
I want to
know.
listen to other people's?
I know. So this podcast, I was going on a whim. I asked my coworker what podcast she's been listening to. She was like, I don't know. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go on a complete whim and just like find the first thing that interests me. So I go on Spotify and I'd be like, I want to hear like a musician-based podcast. And I go on Spotify and I find this one called Two Less Lonely Girls. And I'm like, okay, this looks interesting. What this podcast is about two adult women, albeit comedians, who are in love with Justin Bieber.
Okay.
And they just talk about like different aspects of like their man crush or their crush on Justin Bieber, like about the church that he goes to or about his tattoos or his relationships. And it is so enthralling because yes, these girls are hilarious, but it's like they have such an interest in Justin Bieber that it is like intoxicating. Where like I love talking about horror movies, and I'm sure like I don't know. I think it's the production value. They know how to put on a good podcast. They know how to like talk about the things that are like intriguing. And just the way that they talk about Justin Bieber and all these aspects of him are just like, I want to hear more because, you know, Justin Bieber, I just think he's a stupid asshole who doesn't know anything. But they dig so much deeper into him, and they acknowledge and respect people who think that. But at the same time, like, they legitimately really like him. Like, they just had, and it's an ongoing podcast. I think they're on the 12th episode, and they just had a paparazzi on there who was, like, talking about his firsthand experience with Justin Bieber, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cool, because, you typically think that, like, paparazzi are just, like, a whole bunch of, like, morons who don't know anything, or just, like, lifeless souls. But
they're not?
This guy was like legitimately like intrigued. He was like he really liked Justin Bieber, and I'm like, that is just so weird, but it's intriguing, and I've been really excited to listen to this. And I texted Jen a few days ago, be like, you need to catch up on this, because I was like, this is totally up her alley.
I wonder if they'll ever get Justin Bieber on the show.
I think so. They have gotten Justin Bieber's mom to respond to one of their tweets.
Oh, wow.
And they have been in contact with the pastor of his, not Justin Bieber, well, it's pretty much Justin Bieber's church.
Yeah, because he's like big into religion now, isn't he?
Yeah, well, he's always been, but it's like, I don't know. I think if you're going to like, just some of the things, he's contradictory.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, I don't know. He's a weird ass guy that I still don't like or respect because of the things that he's done, and I don't think he's a very good musician. But I'm a fan of podcasts, and so that's where this is bringing me in. And don't get me wrong, I'm never going to listen to a Justin Bieber song, but
not even
Despacito?
Despacito?
No.
You seemed pretty excited when we were at that wedding a couple of months ago and they started playing it.
Yeah, no, that's a lie. So, but yeah, I'm not saying everybody should check this out, but I'm saying that is what has been making me happy.
I am happy that you are happy.
Yeah, and if one of our listeners just happens to like Justin Bieber and they don't know about this podcast, check that out, because that might be one of the only people who enjoys that podcast. Again, 2 Less Lonely Girls. Apparently it's a play off of one of his songs.
I don't know his songs all that well, too.
So, and actually, I think I might have mentioned this last week. They have those jingles that are just like awesome, where I'm like, I could listen to this jingle the entire podcast, and it would be great.
Better than our jingles?
Our jingles are great, but I just know them as audio clips, where like I don't listen to them. I just know I like how that sounds, and I'm going to move forward. I've never listened to our own podcast fully, so I don't actually know how it sounds like, in the middle of the day when you're like driving to work or something. I don't know how anybody listens to our podcast in the first place.
If you do listen to our podcast, please send us a line. We'd love to actually hear legitimate feedback.
Yeah, what do you want to hear more of, other than, stop it? I can mention another thing that has been on my mind.
What's been on your mind?
So I've been a fan of this podcast called, this is becoming a podcast about a podcast.
Podcast about a podcast.
Last Podcast on the Left. I think that's been my number one podcast for like the past few month or two.
You've been talking about it, I think.
Oh, it's great. And it's even transcending the podcast, because the podcast consists of 3 people, one of them being Henry Zebrowski. And Henry Zebrowski is also a actor. And so, for instance, he was in this Adult Swim series called Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell. So I'm trying to get more into him, because he's a hilarious guy. And the podcast does these reoccurring things. For instance, two of the things that really got me hooked into the podcast was this series on the origins of death metal, or the origins of black metal, like how it transformed, what were some like bands that like really brought it together, and like where does it stand now. As a fan of metal music, they like really did their due diligence and found the like who are the formative bands of black metal and why does it matter, and like what's the true story behind all of this. And it's really great because most of the time, I just listen to like genre specific stuff and I just, roll forward. But this really gives you an appreciation for where it came from. That, and also they did like a 4-part series on Rasputin, and it was hilarious yet informative, and it's just very drawing in. So I would really recommend, if somebody's interested, check that one out. Last Podcast on the Left. And All New Culture Cast. Cuz just said that he's available, so I'm going to try to bring him in.
Okay.
We'll give him, I'm not going to try calling him repeatedly, though.
He has one chance, Cuz.
Honestly.
Did he?
All right.
Is he on?
I do not believe so.
Alrighty.
But, well, if he starts talking, then we will welcome him. So, did you want to jump in with any topics on your mind?
Yeah. I'll do that. Let's a couple weeks ago on the Get Out podcast.
Yes.
If you remember, I was talking about this eBay auction. I was trying to win.
Oh yeah.
Well, I did not win, and I lost by like I don't know $2-3 if anything. So I'm like, all right. So we're talking about Superman: The Man of Steel, issue number 17. Which is the first appearance of Doomsday, and Doomsday being the character who ultimately killed Superman in the comics. So this comic can range in price for like $60 and upwards. It's ridiculous, and I refuse to pay that price.
Yeah.
So I was on eBay last week, and I saw as a listing for like $10, and I'm like, that's it. I'm going to get it. And I put an eBay bid, and I ultimately won it.
Nice.
So I am the proud owner of Superman: The Man of Steel, number 17.
How long do you have a continuous collection of that line?
Quite a bit. I'd have to look at my thing, but it's mixed with
What, you don't keep a list?
yeah, right. It's mixed with collections and individual issues.
Okay.
So it's tough to say specifically, but it's quite a bit. And it would take too long to explain everything because it's a very 90s Superman comics were very convoluted time. So not convoluted, very complex to describe. But I will tell you a story. So my
story
time, The Adventures of Nick. So I was in my local comic book shop, Graham Cracker Comics. I was in the DeKalb one because I work right across the street from it. And a couple months back, well, maybe a month and a half back, I saw that I was going through their back issues, just casually looking, and I saw they had this comic there for $15. And I was like, wow, that's actually a really good price. Now, the normal person should say, I'm going to buy it before it gets sold out. But I thought, no, I'm not going to do that because I knew that they were going to be having a sale in June, half off of all back issues. I thought, I'll wait because then
Logical response.
Yeah, I'll get it for half off and get even more of a deal. Now, I should mention, at Graham Crackers, on special issues, they have a special sticker on it versus the random older comics. And usually the special sticker, I don't know if that would be beholden to the sale necessarily. So I leave it, and then I come back about 3 weeks later. And I thought, I should see if that thing is still there. So I go in the box, and I see, oh, it's not there. Someone must have bought it. Then I thought to myself, on some special issues that have that special sticker, they'll like display it like high up on the wall as
Mm.
also a way to sell it, but also a way just a special display. Like, look what we got.
Yeah.
So I thought, let me go see if it's on the wall. So I walk over to where they have like the Supermans because it's all done alphabetically, and I see it. They have it on the wall, but here's the catch: it now costs $40. So I'm guessing they were doing their inventory, came across that they had this, and realized we can't sell it for that. That's what they did. So I was like,
No,
oh.
what they were doing is they were watching you as you looked at it. When you saw it and your jaw dropped, they were like, "Oh man, what his jaw dropped at?" And then as soon as you walked away, they looked at what you were looking at and be like, "Got to jump this price up because in 3 weeks he's going to be back."
Yeah. So when I saw that, that was what inspired me to go look on eBay a little bit heavier, and I have it. I'm pleased, and I could die happily.
That's good to hear. Speaking of comics, we are going to the DuPage Comic Book Convention
Mighty Con
in 2 days, and I am reorganizing, or more so, organizing all my comics. I have all my comics laid out, and I'm dividing into 25 distinct piles due to my 25 cardboard cutout package. And so I'm trying to figure out how I want to divide these up, and it's interesting to see what comics I have the most of.
What do you have? I'm going to guess.
Can you take a guess?
She-Hulk.
Okay. Oh, well, I don't know an exact number. What do you think my top 3 volume counts are?
Like number-wise?
Yeah.
50.
Oh well. What are my top 3 comic book collections? Who are the top 3 characters?
I would say She-Hulk, Deadpool, Doctor Strange.
No. Quite interestingly,
Fail.
I have about equal size piles of Ghost Rider
Ghost Rider.
and She-Hulk. And then quite a bit of Doctor Strange.
Okay.
I actually don't have a whole lot of individual Deadpool comics because I'm finding that most of mine are graphic. I've got a lot of Deadpool graphic novels and a lot of Hulk graphic novels. And so I'm also trying to figure out how to sort those in there because I don't want to like double buy comics.
Yeah.
I'm coming across a few that I have, and so I'm trying to
not
do that.
You gotta make a list, bro.
Yeah.
I organize my comics on like a Excel spreadsheet, and
I do have that.
Works out nice.
But I also was printing it out and doing it, but I was like, because sometimes I use a desktop and a laptop, and so I'm like, I want it to be like transferable, so I put it on Google Drive so that it could be transferred between computers. But it's kind of fun to see what comics I have a little bit of, what comics I have a lot of. Like I've got only like a few Moon Knights. It's like, I want to see what's more about this guy. I'm really looking forward to that, and especially due to the lackluster prices at C2E2. I'm hoping to make up some
get some good deals.
Up for some of the collection. Yeah. Because I remember them. I'm gonna stick it out. I'm gonna find a significant amount. Next on Ketchup, Baywatch.
Oh, did you watch the new movie with the?
I did.
How was it?
So you have not seen it?
It's one of those that looks really stupid, but like funny stupid. But I've heard that it's just stupid.
It's I fail to be impressed with The Rock. He's just. I haven't seen a movie that really broke me into him. I'm always seeing the professional wrestler. I'm always seeing the just like the perfect guy who doesn't have any flaws. And I'm just like, it's unrealistic for me. I don't think he's a very good actor, and he is the draw of this movie. So,
Not Zac Efron.
everybody was just way too over the top. I mean, yeah, Zac Efron was just like honestly, just too ripped, too good looking. It's like
It's Baywatch. So isn't that what you're kind of expecting from Baywatch? They don't put ugly people on Baywatch.
Well, it's just, but I wasn't expecting anything.
Oh, okay.
I know what the previous Baywatches were, kind of like a suspense, find. It's difficult to explain. I know I would not have enjoyed the original Baywatch. I tried to get into the weird one where it was like midnight nights or
Baywatch Nights.
yeah. I tried to get into that and I couldn't get through like the first half an hour. So Baywatch has never been a real big draw for me, but it was on. I knew it was a new release and I was like, let's check it out. I mean, honestly, The Rock, Efron did not do anything for me. Yes, the girls were attractive, and that was one of the pluses, but that is not a thing that's not an anchor to the movie. There needs to be something to this, and there just wasn't. I think that the reviews are true. There wasn't really anything to this, and there was like some nostalgic points where they like brought in Hasselhoff and Pam Anderson, and it was just like, I have no affinity for these people, so
why do you hate America?
So yeah, that just wanted to get that off my chest. That it's
Well, I will. Since you loved it so much, I will not go and see it.
All right, next on my list, I'm sure well, you tell me. Handmaid's Tale.
I haven't watched it.
Are you going to?
Probably not.
Okay. This is the most depressing show on TV today.
Are you guys going to do a season 2 review for an episode?
I don't know. It's difficult to sit through. Like, this is... Like, I just hate myself. I hate America. I hate everything.
You heard it here, folks. He hates America.
While I'm watching this movie, I just hate everything. And it's just... I'm going to stick it out, but this is not TV entertainment for me. This is depressing and just and I also feel like this story isn't moving forward. Yes, they're hammered in that life is awful, but like I thought that the main character was moving forward in the story, but then she just like falls back to square one. And I'm like, okay, this is how the first season started. I'm ready to see something different. And so I'm just not enjoying it. But I'm going to stick it out because it's a very popular TV show. And if you weren't aware, I like to keep up with current trends.
All right. So. I probably won't ever watch it.
And I don't recommend that you do. There are better shows to watch.
All right. Well, speaking about better shows to watch, one of the things that the Kiwi and I have been watching a lot of because the new season started up, 90 Day Fiancé.
I have not heard of that one at all.
It's absolutely amazing. And by amazing, I mean this is like the trashiest show you could possibly watch. So basically, it's a reality show, and it follows multiple couples, one of which is an immigrant looking to get their K-1 visa. And basically, I guess how the U.S. law works is that you have to be in the country for 90 days, and at the end of the 90 days, you have to get married. And if you don't, you got to go back home in order to get your a status to get your visa. And the show that the Kiwi and I watch a little bit more so because they have spin-offs, and we watch one of the spin-offs called 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After, where the regular 90 Day Fiancé, the couples usually get married by the end of it. The Happily Ever After is what comes after that. and you're seeing their lives being chronicled, and oh my God, it is such a hot mess.
Yeah.
It is so great. Like there are some people that are like, "Oh my God, this idiot is scamming you. He's just here for the green card. He has no interest in you whatsoever." And you are an idiot for not realizing this. And it's great. It's absolutely great. Uh, Unfortunately or fortunately, the fan favorite couple of oh my gosh, I can't think. Danielle and Muhammad, they're no longer
Okay.
on the show because their story ended. They got a divorce, and this guy was like scum of the earth, and this woman was just absolute trailer trash. Oh, it's glorious. But they got some new story threads going on with Chantel and Pedro. Yeah, that's a hot mess. And
I could see this being this fun.
oh God, yeah. The only downside is like each episode is like 2 hours long, and who has
That's
time for
long.
that? But here's the thing: the best way to watch it is to DVR it, and then like fast forward through the commercials because TLC pads those commercials. I think there's like
Yeah.
maybe there's probably like 20 minutes of show and like an hour and a half of commercials, but yeah, so it's great. Like these people are garbage people, and you just can't stop but like stare and watch it. It's phenomenal.
Good old reality TV.
Mm.
The girl watches a lot of Property Brothers,
Oh yeah, they're
and
scam artists too, apparently.
I like to yell at the screen and insult everybody on the show, and she gives me full reign to do so because she sometimes doesn't like it when I like mock her shows, but she says Property Brothers I can mock as much as I want, so I embrace it. Get in one of the in particular things I wanted to talk about was
Okay.
the upcoming trailers. There's been a few trailers that have been released, and first I wanted to hear what is your opinion on trailers being released. Are you excited for
Fine.
trailers when you find out that they've been released?
It depends on the trailer. Like they'll say if it's a movie I'm interested in, I'll click and watch it.
Okay. So
Trailers
for
trailers have
go ahead.
become their own art form.
Oh,
Like
they have.
watch trailers from like 40 years ago and they're terrible.
Yeah.
And not today it's like, it's all about making the mystery and the mystique of the movie.
Right. Yeah, and we find that a lot of trailers like basically just give away everything.
Uh-huh.
It's unfortunate. Um, but I love watching trailers, and when I hear that like a new trailer is out, I like there's no way I'll watch it on my phone or like during lunch break. I will wait until I get home so I can watch it on like a big screen.
What's been the best trailer so far that you've seen today?
Well, there's two that were just released recently. The new Halloween trailer
Oh
uh,
yeah.
just came out, and the new Suspiria trailer came out. And I'm very optimistic about both of these. And I have a feeling that they're not going to really let me down because, like I take the Halloween movies as like a series. And, one bad one isn't going to really ruin it for me. I love the series, and so I'm going to be excited for it
What about
regardless.
what about 8 bad ones?
I'm still going to watch it, and I'm still going to be excited. I legitimately have turned the tables on Halloween. I used to, not be the biggest fan of it, but then I really stuck through a marathon, and I'm like, I really like these. So, but then we also have the new Suspiria one, which I've been looking forward to for a while, and I think this is. Well, actually, I don't even know if it's going to do good. I'm excited for it because I think there's a lot to do better in this one. Because I find that when a lot of people are watching the old Dario Argento Suspiria, they're like, "This is stupid," and it's a very artistic film, which I'll admit isn't the easiest to appreciate or understand. I barely understand and appreciate it. I just know that it's a good film. And I personally enjoy watching it. But the new Suspiria, I think I'm looking forward to it, and I'll probably see it in theaters, just because, just like Blade Runner, where it's like, I like the source material. I'm going to, give it its fair shot.
I don't know what Suspiria is.
You don't know what Suspiria is.
No, and you don't need to tell me either.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay. That's a separate discussion. So yeah, the new Halloween trailer just came out along with the new Suspiria trailer, and also.
Let me get this straight with the new Halloween. So the new Halloween, it's not a reboot. It's a sequel, but it ignores all the other sequels except the first one. So in essence, this is like Halloween 2, but they call it Halloween. So the series in this way would be Halloween, and then the sequel would be called Halloween.
I'm not sure about that. It's ignoring the previous two. It's ignoring the Rob Zombie films.
Right. But the thing I had read is that like they're ignoring. The only one that it's being beholden to was the very first one made in like the I don't know 70s, whenever it was 77, 78, around that time.
I'm not sure about that, only because Jamie Lee Curtis is in it, and Jamie Lee Curtis was in some of the later ones.
That's true. Like they're ignoring like her later appearances.
Okay.
Halloween has such a screwy continuity. Like they keep rebooting it and like
they do, because it's really messed up, and people thought that they could do that, and it's just like, not cool.
Hey, as long as they make money, right? I guess that's all that matters.
Honestly, yeah. But I'm excited to see it, because I just didn't like the new Michael Myers. It was way too current, and it was just like this big bully and like this scary guy, where it's not like it was almost like he was physically a monster, but before it's more of his suspense that's the monstrous part of it. It's just a stupid mask and a slow ganter, but in the Rob Zombie films, it was just like he's a big overpowering guy that's physically a monster.
Which is unfortunate, because that Rob Zombie film looked like it could have been pretty good.
Yeah.
From what I remember from the trailer, anyway.
Yeah.
And then it got bad reviews, and I'm like, I'm not going to waste my time seeing it.
Yeah. Well, I own all of them if you're interested. So, and speaking of new DVDs, I just purchased the first 4 Jaws movies.
Well, there's only 4 of them, so you got the whole series.
Awesome. That's what I like to hear. In preparation for a future podcast.
Yeah. Got to get that rolling. I got to find the Sharknado ones.
I'm not going to purchase those.
Nor should you. Maybe the library will have them. But,
okay. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I got something for moving on to a new topic.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I've been trying to get through the Netflix show Daredevil.
Late to the game on that.
Yeah, it's been a slow going. I've actually watched these shows in reverse, and I don't know why I keep watching them, because I don't like any of them. I guess I want to watch The Defenders, and I feel like I won't know what's going on if I don't see these.
They have a very particular flow to them, where it's
slow as fuck.
Yeah, and it's not fast paced, and it's very serious, and there's a lot of talking.
I'm almost done with the first Daredevil season. I think I have another episode or 2 to go. Maybe I'll finish it off tonight. But it's
from what I remember, the first Daredevil season was the best of the Netflix Marvel series.
That's what I hear. I enjoyed Jessica Jones more than I thought I was going to. So
yeah.
And then Luke Cage comes out later on this month, actually. So I'm looking forward to that.
Same here. 2 movies that I'm in particular looking forward to watching is, one of them is called Hereditary.
Oh yeah, I just saw a review show that I watched called Half in the Bag. Just did a review on it.
Yeah, this looks like this will be the scariest movie of the year.
Yeah, that's how they're advertising, which I thought was funny, because we just did Veronica. I thought that was the scariest movie of all time.
Right. So I am definitely going to search this one out, because legitimate sources seem to be claiming that this is scary. And I watched the trailer and I was like, I have no idea what's going on, but the amount of craziness in this, and I feel like if I don't understand what's going on in the trailer, it's a packed movie, and I don't want to come into a movie knowing everything that's going. Well, I don't want to come into a serious movie where I know everything that's going on.
Gotcha.
And this movie called Annihilation.
Yes.
I want to see that real bad because it just looks confusing as fuck, and I'm like, I'm interested. And I'm gonna like devote a night to this because it looks like a confusing movie where you really need to focus on it, and I'm looking forward to that one.
Well, let me know how it is if you end up seeing it.
Most certainly. All right, what else you got?
Something I've been watching a little bit, like during lunch breaks and things like that. I've been watching YouTube videos of old Saturday Night Live
Oh yeah,
skits from like the mid to late 00 decade.
yeah. I've been wanting to watch that Mr. Pumpkins.
Oh yeah, I don't get that. I don't understand it. Like,
Yeah,
people
I
go
want to see what the source
crazy.
material is for this.
But like I've been watching from the when Andy Samberg and Bill Hader and whatnot were on the show, and I swear to God, Bill Hader is so underrated as a
Yeah.
comic actor. He's absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, he's weird, but he's great.
Oh yeah, he reminds me of our Big Jeff in some ways. But yeah, like he is phenomenal on SNL.
Cowbell.
That is a good one. That
Yeah.
the stuff I'm looking is like it's like post Will Ferrell.
Postal. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I never really watched that when it was on originally, so I'm watching these clips. I'm like, this is like good stuff. I'm sad I missed it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I've been.
I wanted to give an update on the New Year's resolution.
Oh yeah, okay.
I am caught up with my comic reading. So I am all of my comics that I've purchased over the past few conventions. I'm all caught up on, and so now I'm ready to begin my. I have to read 2 more books before the end of the year.
You got this.
I think I got it. I'm going to start reading. It's an older book, but God Hates Us All from Californication.
Okay.
The David Duchovny book that he wrote as his character in Californication.
Interesting.
So I know it's not going to be very good, but it's something that I want to read. And then I was thinking about reading that Anna Kendrick.
The Scrappy. When you do that, we need to have a podcast on it because I think all of us have actually read it.
Certainly, and because I feel like that'll be a fast read, and I'm not
is.
trying to like get out of my New Year's resolution, but at the same time, I'm like, I need to finish it this year, and I'm just about to get like a backpack full, so I'm like, I gotta stay up to it. So, but I should state for the record, I have a Doctor Strange compendium that I will not be getting through because Doctor Strange comics are dense and weird, and then he throws out all these crazy references, and I'm like, I'm lost. Because he goes, okay, he's in a different dimension now. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. But that has been an exception because I've also got like this X-Men compendium, and like I'm never going to get through this. Eventually. We're at an hour.
Yeah, I got. Well, we didn't talk all the time with it, so I'll cut some stuff down, and
Yeah.
I think that'll about do it. So that's our kind of rando episode here.
Yeah, but for the record, I still have at least 6 other things that I could talk about, but I'm fine cutting it off here.
We'll come back next time with something. So
Yeah.
Alrighty. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. I don't have any trivia because we didn't really have a specific topic tonight. So.
But we did come back with a man crush.
We
so I'm
did.
expecting a trivia next week.
All right, I'll do
Get
my
it ready.
best. I'll do
Something.
whatever topic we do next week. I'll make sure I have the.
Hopefully it's Thorology.
One can hope.
Yeah, because I actually had to go out to a video rental store to find Thor 2 because I could not find it for the life of me, and I'm not going to pay for digital rental.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah. That's the reason I bought the Jaws series, because I'm like, I'm not going to go digging for those. And in the end, it's cheaper just to purchase all of them.
That's true, and you got them forever now.
Yeah.
So, all right, buddy. Well, I guess that'll be it, and I'll see you. We'll touch base next week. We'll talk about our MightyCon experience.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm counting on it.
All right, I will talk to you later, my friend.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
You've been listening to the all-new Culture Cast. Check out our blog at znculturecast.wordpress.com. Send us an email at nick.culturecast@gmail.com. We'd love to hear your feedback, comments, and requests. Follow us on social media. Theme music by bensound.com. The all-new Culture Cast, a saltwater production. Original material copyright 2018. Thanks for listening.
I should actually write down some things.
I honestly do write down things at work, but it's more of when I write something down, it like reinforces it into my mind, and usually that's pretty sufficient. But like, I've got like a whole bunch of notes at work, and then just like occasionally they'll just be like, I need to watch Jaws coming up, and it's kind of random. There was one time I even asked because I left and I had written some good notes down during work, and I asked my coworker to be like, hey, can you take a picture of my to-do list? And she knew exactly what I was referring to, and I was like, oh.